Hello, Mr. J and I have been giving one of the chicken houses an overhaul. This is quite a big chicken house and we bought it from our friend Alison, who's the artist, and it's great. It's got wheels, so it's mobile. It's fairly big so that it can hold 15 to 20 chickens really comfortably. And I love it. It's really easy to clean out. Anyway, the roof on it had definitely seen better days, and so we decided to take the roof off, give it a really thorough clean out, and start again. Previously this house has been round in the palace with Big White and his girls. In the chicken palace, it sounds like somebody has already laid this morning, which is interesting because the last few mornings I've opened up their house to find a jelly egg. Right, here we go. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Come on then, girls. No one's totally keen with Big White waiting for them. Come on, girls, out you come. And we are now going to move it to the back of the piggeries and have a flock around there. So here's the house, just outside our house, where we've been working on it. It was a corrugated roof, and I managed to tear that off, but it left behind all the little nails that were holding the roof on. I've been trying to work out the very best way to keep our flocks separated, but also just in one area. And I think, not sure yet, but I think the best way to do that will be to have 3 small runs, and when I say small, maybe 20 feet by 10 feet, and to have 3 completely separate flocks living in each of those pens. So I can have one for the Australorps, one for the light Sussex, and one for the Marans, and very possibly we'll have a few in with each flock that don't necessarily have that breed. Which means that we can keep the 3 cockerels. We can keep a Maran cockerel, we can keep a light Sussex rooster, and also an Australorp boy. Which means if we want to hatch eggs from just one breed, we can do that. But I also want them to be able to free range. I want them to be able to spend time digging around and scratching about and seeing what's in the undergrowth and eating weeds and chasing mice and all of those things. So what I could do is let one flock out each day to roam a wider area. And then when they go to bed at night, shut them into their pen, and the next day let a different lot out. That would work. That should work really well. But of course there is a cost implication to setting up 3 pens. What I could do is buy 2 of these runs and put one here and one here, and then run knitting over the top from the 2 to create a 3rd one in the middle. So that could be possible. But obviously we'll need to have a think about it. And none of these things happen terribly quickly with me. I do like to take my time and try and think about all the different implications and the practicalities and the what ifs before we do something as permanent as going ahead and buying a run and putting it up and then changing our minds. That just seems a waste of time and energy. So that's what I'm starting to mull over. But the first stage of any of that is getting this house sorted out. So it won't cut off.
What I'm trying to do is get the...
Oh, is that still the plastic cap on it?
Yeah. I'm trying to get the plastic cap off so that I can, at the very least...
So we've taken the roof off this so that I can give it a really thorough clean out and replace the roof, which was getting quite broken and was actually beyond repair. And it was held on with... Well, they were like nails come screws, weren't they?
Yeah.
They
were nails, but they'd got a thread, so
they held in really well and in place.
Yeah. The trouble was that the roof itself had holes from where chickens had been jumping up and down on it.
Yeah, and each nail had a plastic cap on it, which we've most of them have come off like that, and it's just left us with a little nail. So they were here, and he's cut them off using a jigsaw, so they're nice and level with the top, and then we can replace the roof on it.
Flush as it's going to get, I think.
Thank you very much. I can hear the air coming out. Could be that it's coming out at that point.
No, it's not.
Because we haven't got a cap for it, have we, that one?
Yes, I've just taken the cap off.
Oh right. If you put the cap back on, does it stop?
Oh no. That's not a slow puncture.
No, that's a pretty quick puncture, isn't it? Well, as you can tell, it's still very hot, and there is a good breeze out there, so I've come into the greenhouse just because the wind is quite blowy and I wasn't sure how much you could hear, but actually out there in the breeze it's quite pleasant. Sitting in the greenhouse, it's really quite warm. The one group of birds that I didn't mention in my plan were the Jersey Giants. That's Big White and his girls. And we have made the decision that over time we are going to stop having Jersey Giants. I do absolutely love them, I love having them, but they take an incredibly long time to get from hatching to maturity, and they're big birds and they get through a lot of food, and it has been an absolute pleasure having them. It's been a really good experience, but I have decided that we're not going to continue with the Jersey Giants, and every time I think about this I get flooded with emails from people saying, oh, we'd like Jersey Giants, you know, could you hatch some for us, or can we buy them? The answer is that hatching those Jersey Giant eggs is really difficult. Because they're in a mixed flock, because I haven't got them separated out, when I get the eggs I'm not actually sure which ones are Jersey Giants and which aren't, and I could separate them out for a while, but we've had them for nearly 3 years. I haven't done that, and I think I just need to be a realist and you know, realise I'm not going to do that. So sooner or later we will no longer have those remaining 3 Jersey Giants. Well, that's it for me today. I'm heading inside to get on with all things domestic. Mr J and I have a couple of errands to run in the local town, and so wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one, and I also hope you'll join me again tomorrow.